Alright, if you work a lot with GitHub, then you've probably seen this annoying little pop-up right here asking for your username and password every time you want to push something or pull something from GitHub. And you probably don't want to be typing in your username and password maybe dozens of times a day when you're pushing and pulling from your various projects on GitHub. So it would be nice if there was some way to save your username and password so that you don't have to continuously type it in. And I'll show you a couple different ways to do that, as well as what I recommend. It's just the easiest way and you never have to type it in again. So the first thing that you can do is you can just cache the username and password. So you would just do this with git config then -- global, and this is going to add it to the global git config. I'll show you the file where this is saved, but you want to say credential.helper and then this cache -- timeout, and then the number of seconds that you want the username and password to be cached for. So this is by seconds, so 10,000 seconds is 3 hours, and if you want, you can set it for hours, days, maybe even weeks if you want. If you want to use this method, I would probably just save it for a few hours, maybe 8 hours for a work day. But once you enter this, then this will be saved and it won't prompt you to enter your username and password again for the allotted time. Now, this is a lot better than typing in every single time that you want to use it, but you are still going to have to type it in again and again after the time limit is up. So it's not a perfect solution. And this is not actually what I would use, I'm just showing you that you can. And another thing that you can do if you want to completely store the username and password, you can push credential helper store. And I would not do this because it actually saves the password in clear text on your computer, which is really not good in terms of security. You don't want to be storing passwords in plain text on your computer. So I would really recommend not doing this. But what this global config is saving it to is saving it to this file in your home directory called .gitconfig. And for me, that'll just be right here under the credential. So as you can see, helper is equal to cache equals timeout. This is basically what I just set with the git command. You can also set it here in the text file if you prefer to do that. It's going to be the same thing. But yeah, like I said, this is not the preferred way to do it. If I were you, I would be using SSH to log in with GitHub instead. It's going to be much more secure than just using something like a clear text password on your computer. So we can set that up pretty easily. First off, you're going to want to make sure that you actually have a SSH key on your computer. So what you can do is you can list the directories of your .ssh folder inside your home directory. And I already have a key right here, so it's going to be something like id_rsa, id_rsa.pub. But if you don't have this already, then it's pretty easy to set it up. So this is going to be for Linux, but this is also going to work on Mac OS with just a couple of small exceptions. You have to add a couple more options for Mac OS. But if you're using Windows or you just want a more comprehensive guide, I will link to this GitHub guide in the description, going over exactly how to generate a new SSH key. But let me just show you how to do it. So first off, you're going to want to do SSH keygen to create a new key. Run the options -t RSA -b 4096 for better encryption, -c, and then your GitHub email right here. So this is the email that I use for GitHub. So you can just run that with enter and just select all the default options there. It'll prompt you to enter a passphrase as well, so remember that. And then once you're done creating the key with SSH keygen, then you're going to want to start the SSH agent with eval double quotes $ parentheses SSH agent -s. Once SSH agent is started, you can then add it to the keychain with SSH add. And on Mac OS, you do need to do one extra step. You need to create a config file inside your SSH directory and then copy this to it. I will post this guide in the description in case you need it. But finally, you're just going to want to do SSH-add and then the location of the key that you just created. So whenever you're setting it up with the keygen, it'll tell you where it's going to be saved. So for me, that is under .ssh/id RSA. and that is my new SSH key. If you're on macOS, you also want to use this option -K, which I'm not going to use because I'm on Linux. Okay, but once you're done with that, the SSH key is all set up, you're ready to go, it's added to the keychain. Now we just need to add it to GitHub so it can authenticate with your key on your computer. So you're going to want to copy the key that we just created. If you're on Linux, you can use this tool xclip -selection clipboard. We want to copy it to the clipboard, and then we want to get the file right here, .sshid_rsa.pub. So that's the key that I have. And we run this command and we have it copied to our clipboard now. If you're on macOS, you probably don't have xclip, so instead you can use pbcopy to copy it to your clipboard, but any method of copy and pasting this file will be good. And so next what you want to do is you want to go into your GitHub, go into the settings here on the side, and under that you want to click SSH and GPG keys, and you want to create a new SSH key right here. So you're going to paste in this key, and you'll know it's correct if it begins with SSH-RSA or one of these other things right here. But if it doesn't, then you may not have the right key. You might want to check that again. Then just give it a title. For me, that's just the title of my computer, nothing fancy. And then you're just going to want to add SSH key right here. And once that's done, you should be good to go. And you should be good to start using SSH with GitHub. So finally, let's just go over how we would tell GitHub that we want to use SSH instead of the typical HTTPS method, which needs to be authenticated with a username and password every time. We don't want to do that. So let's go back to my project file right here. And we can actually look in the git config for this. It's under .git, a hidden folder called .git, and we want to get the config file. So let's just look at the contents of that. And as you can see, the URL for the remote origin is going to be the HTTPS URL. And basically what we want to do is we want to change that to an SSH URL so that it uses SSH instead of HTTPS. So if we want to change the URL here, we can do that with the command git remote, and then we can set the URL of, let's say, the origin. So we'll just set -URL origin, and instead of using this old HTTPS URL, you can find the URL by going to your project inside GitHub, clicking this code, and here's the HTTPS URL that you would normally use to clone a project, but instead of that we're going to use the SSH right here. And so we're going to copy this and then paste this here. And just as a convention, so you don't have to look this up every time, it's always going to be git@github.com, your username / the project name .git. So you can remember that so you don't have to look it up every single time. But we're going to want to change it to that. And all I was doing is editing this config file inside the Git directory. So if we look at that again, we can see that, okay, it's just changed this URL right here. You can also just open up the file and change it yourself, but I prefer to use the git command. It's just a little bit easier. And so if you've set everything up correctly to this point, then whenever you try to push or pull, then it should do that with no problem. Not going to ask you for a username or password ever again, which is great because that's really annoying to do. And finally, if you want to clone a new directory and have this in place by default, then all you have to do is whenever you want to clone a new project from GitHub, you're just going to want to copy this SSH URL instead of the more traditional HTTPS one. So you just type git clone and then the SSH URL. And you won't be prompted for a password for any of that, as long as you've set up your SSH correctly. So now your username and password are saved via SSH, and you never have to type it in again. Which is really nice because typing in the same password again and again every single day is really not fun. So save yourself some time with this.